to put this across. You are absolutely unique. And not because of what you've been taught, what you've been told, what you've been trained to be. The persona, the personality that you identify yourself with it's like all the others. Okay, we were all trained in very similar ways in our cultures. We were all taught the same things and saw a lot of the same things. So we're suffering from a lot of the same problems mentally. And that is not what makes you unique. That is what is the result of this attempt to conform to what everyone else is doing, to what you've been taught. So your uniqueness, trying to conform to what you've been taught, is really what causes your suffering, causes your misery. It's what takes you away from the present, from what is here right now, and prevents you from seeing the beauty of it and the miraculousness of it. It is what perpetuates the ego and the separation of you being this separate person who has to make the decisions and figure it all out. When in reality, the separate persona is only fueled by the attention upon it. And as long as your attention is upon it, its continuity is maintained. So as long as you are believing your thoughts and following them, or being afraid of your thoughts and trying to get away from them, deny them, get rid of them, both of these things are going to perpetuate the ego and maintain its continuity. Because if you're trying to get rid of something that doesn't really exist, you have to see that the very you trying to get rid of it is what makes it exist in that moment. You believe that you need to do something about it, but without realizing that what you are is it's in a natural state. Okay, this living, breathing universe has a very natural and immense intelligence to it. It knows what it's doing without human thought intervening, right? The whole body has this intelligence and knows what it's doing, and not confine this to just this body, but to all bodies, to all of nature, all of life. Like life, the life principle is intelligent, knows what it's doing, and it really just seems to be just happening. There isn't even a doer there. Okay, this idea of the doer is this ego idea created by the intellect, which then imposes its own self-created will. And we've been taught, we've been trained to use this tool of intellect to also propagate our own will. The problem with this is that what we would believe is our own will is what has been trained and programmed into us through the mind, through the knowledge system, through what's been passed down through all human thought. Because thought is like a matrix, it's a collective field that we all tune into. Maybe you've heard it said that your body is like an antenna, it's like a receiver. So, no thoughts are actually your own. And even a feeling, once you label a feeling mentally, it's no longer the feeling, it's the idea of the feeling. Now you're messing with the natural sensations are just happening in the body. You put a label on it. you say, oh, that's fear, I'm feeling fear. And then everything that's mentally associated with fear is now draining you. And a massive amount of energy is going into the mind. A massive amount of energy is going into thought and thinking to try and solve, to try and change. You think that you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna be the one who gets it, who understands it. You'll be free of all problems forever. You'll be happy, you'll be in bliss. No more troubles, no more worries. This is the other illusion that they sell you, because the truth is you, as you believe you are right now, can never touch that. You can never touch that. Because this tool of intellect is not a living thing. It's not life. We can see that very clearly. Look what the ego is doing with the world. Totally out of harmony, whatever that means. Not giving back, taking, and using, and not giving back. Abusing the resources of the earth. And, mind you, there's enough to go around. There's literally enough to go around for every single human on this earth. This earth is abundant. The amount of food that gets wasted every day alone could feed all the people. Human thought has created this. Identifying with human thought, with the ego creation, the continuous sense of your separate self. Over hundreds of thousands of years, this is what we built. This disconnected society, this sick society. Sick because it's forgotten its roots. It's forgotten that it is one with the rest of life. And now we are trying to use this same tool, which got us into this situation, to get us out. And I'm telling you that as long as you are using this tool, hey, this cat's going crazy right now. As long as you're using the tool, you are continuing the disconnection. And, to really drive that in, there's no other tool. This is the tool that you have. This is the tool that you have to use. You don't have any other tool. Bring up intuition, but even this intuition gets translated mentally, and we impose certain thoughts and ideas upon what we feel into it through the body, through the heart. So it all ultimately is processed through the one tool, the intellect. And you seek to gain understanding through your intellect. And it is the seeking to gain understanding which drives it. Because here we are with everything we could possibly need to survive. not see that though. Everything we need to survive, to thrive. And so much disparity. And so many people unhappy, feeling incomplete, unholy, disconnected, disharmonious. Wanting more, having everything they need, wanting more. Isn't there more? And that's why the West has turned to the East, bringing all the spiritual ideas in. And now we have this westernized, spiritualized marketplace where you can pick and choose a spiritual path that fits you. Again, the illusion of choice, choices you've been given. You don't actually have the freedom to choose the path for you. Well, you do. You do. But as long as you're choosing from the mental construct of the knowledge passed down to you, here are the possible paths and choices that have come before. How are you going to find your unique path? Tell me that. Yeah, it's beautiful to read about others' paths and study their journeys and what they did to get there. You know, when it comes to a worldly sense, you want to learn how to do something in the world, like you need a mentor, you need a teacher, right? It'll help speed up the process for sure. Maybe you don't need it, but a guitar teacher is going to help you learn guitar, you know. A videographer has been doing it for years. If you want to get into videography, you go study under that person. But when we're talking about being yourself, being your unique self, which is really the meaning of enlightenment. It's being full expression, unchained, unrestrained, not restricted, immovable, truthful, and really beyond any labels that I could give it with the mind, with words. There is no box or limitation for what that word could mean. So yeah, to really be in this natural state. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. You don't have to follow the paths that they follow. There's nothing wrong with learning from them, but at the end of the day, you have to do it for yourself. And what I'm also saying is that you can't do it. Hear me out. Again, the mind which seeks to end the mind keeps the mind going. What you are is already free, liberated, natural. The mind you want to get rid of isn't even there. And look for yourself. There's thoughts in your head. Look at them directly. Look at them. Look at the mind. Try and find the mind. Where is it? Don't just say it's in the brain, because you know it's more complex than that. You know, even if you're going to go by scientists' findings, there's neurons throughout the body. There's a nervous system throughout the body. The whole thing is interacting. And this thing interacts with the nature around it. There's no permanent you. And at the same time, there's no such thing as death for this living organism. Humans might end themselves, but can't kill this organism. Humans might end themselves, but can't kill this organism. Can't kill God. Can't kill the intelligence, because the tool you're using is extremely limited, minuscule, compared to the intelligence which is working through you and all of life. So I leave it to you. Your path is unique. It is useful to, surround yourself with people in a similar state as you're on this journey. It is useful to hear of others' journeys. It is useful to do these spiritual practices, breathing techniques and meditations and journeys within, and all of this is useful to sharpen your intellect, to sharpen this tool. But what are you doing all that for? You want to assist the health and wellness of this organism, this mind, this body. Yeah, it's good to take care of it. It's good to take care of it. It's useful to sharpen the intellect with these tools. Because it will assist you in worldly activities and accomplishments, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. There's a lot of stigma around that in the spiritual space, around having any sort of worldly success or wealth, abundance, creating, being a traveler, whatever, just a lot of ideas that people have about what you're supposed to be doing or not. And I think it's really up to you. It's really up to you, your willingness to surrender to what is, to surrender your will and control, attempt to control it all, to allow that which knows in you, which knows what to do it. And if you want to create and share and teach or whatever in this world, there's nothing wrong with refining and sharpening that tool of intellect, so you can help that process and help create, deliver, whatever message you have to deliver. But when it comes to being yourself, being what you are naturally, just know that pure, authentic state does not require effort to get to. It does not require any of this spiritual practice, teachings, anything to get to. And all of that and the seeking to understand it all, seeking to understand life, is what drives separation. So there really is like a just stop. Just stop. Stop trying to understand. Because that's what's keeping you thinking all the time, is that you want to understand. But if you can fully accept that you don't need to understand, there's nothing to understand, it never really makes sense to the mind. You can be free. You can be free of it right now. At the same time, it's like you can't necessarily choose that, because it's still the same tool of mind and intellect, which is processing what's coming through this video and creating whatever works into your construct. So what can you do about it? It feels like it's like you really just have to let the mental process just run its course. Let life run its course. And just be real. Yeah, stop trying to fight it. Stop trying to fight it and control it and purify it. You know, that's a danger right there. Trying to purify your mind. You'll purify your mind for lifetimes before you realize there's no mind to be purified. So here we are in the world. If this interests you, if you want to speak on this together, if you would like to discuss what you're going through in your life on a one-on-one basis, I do have mentorship spots. That's a cat right there walking in front of the camera. Excuse me, sir. I do have a book called Follow the Heart, which is available, which goes into the process of strengthening the intuition and getting to this place of a deeper surrender and a trust, and fully expressing authentically. And I also have a powerful 12-week course initiation called Man of the Heart, which, you know, I feel like it's kind of like help you get from A to B, because, you know, here at B, it's like drop it all and just be and surrender. And I know that can be maybe quite jarring or not something people are willing to accept right off the bat. There needs to be certain experiences that occur. And so what is in this Man of the Heart course, is it is those techniques, it is the processes, it is the teachings, the things that assisted me to get to this point, to get to B, to realize, okay, you know, I've done all this and it's given me all this knowledge and it's given me these experiences which have encouraged me to continue, because I've tasted something beyond me. I've tasted life, really, beyond just this dead entity of the mind. I've tasted life fully. And having those experiences, you know, you can't turn back. And I think that's why this course is really powerful, because it can catalyze and spark certain experiences. You know, you do certain breathwork techniques, you do certain meditation techniques consistently, without a doubt, you're going to have an experience that's going to change you. You know, and over time, it's going to change you more. And it'll open you up to what I'm saying in this video. But if you're not open to what's being said in this video, again, there's like, we got to bridge the gap. And so that's really what I feel and see this course can be. It is like I said, it's 12 weeks. There's almost like 100 videos. and writing exercises, breathwork techniques, meditation, transmissions, inner journeys, and some reading. So yeah, it's chock full of everything really that I have from my heart to offer. And I'm continuing to build to that and add to it. So it's not everything. There's more to come, but there's a lot in there already. Yeah, I do invite you to at least just go look at the link and check it out for yourself. And if you do feel a stronger pull for it, get in there. You can get instant access today. There's an option to use Afterpay, so you can pay it out in 4 payments. It's only $250, down from $2,500, which is the original Man of the Heart mentorship I was running for a while. Again, if you want to do deeper one-on-one mentorship, that is available as well. Best way to get in contact with me is to email me or to message me on Instagram. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. It's an honor. As always, sending love from my heart to yours. We are no separate entities. This is one being. One is an idea too. It's no thing. That's what it is. Alright, big love to y'all.